Stop blaming the economy. The economy is not what is keeping you broke. The stock market is not what is keeping you frozen. The interest rates, the inflation, the cost of living, none of it is the real predator. The real predator is hiding in your oldest memories, and it has been bleeding you dry since the day you were 6 years old. A 6-year-old is making your financial decisions. Every human being is running a money script, a set of subconscious beliefs about wealth, safety, survival, and worth that were written before you were old enough to understand money at all. Written in the language of emotion, not logic. Written in the language of a child watching adults. First identified by financial psychologists Brad Klontz and Ted Klontz, money scripts are unconscious belief systems typically formed in childhood through emotionally charged experiences. You watched your parents flinch at the electricity bill. You felt the silence at the dinner table when money was tight. You heard the words, "We can't afford that," said in a tone that meant something much darker than money. And your nervous system filed all of it under one heading. Threat. Money equals threat. Spending equals danger. Wealth equals guilt. Risk equals certain death. These are not conscious thoughts. You cannot think your way out of them. They are wired directly into your amygdala, the primal fear center of your brain, firing before your prefrontal cortex even wakes up. The amygdala processes fear responses approximately 200 milliseconds faster than the prefrontal cortex processes rational thought. The adult is simply writing the memo for a decision the 6-year-old already made. This is not analysis. This is rationalized paralysis. The 6-year-old has already made the decision. The adult is simply writing the memo. Let us calculate what this is actually costing you. Because this is not a metaphor. This is arithmetic. The average high-yield savings account in 2026 returns between 4.5% and 5.2% annually. The average S&P 500 index fund has returned 10.5% annually over the last 50 years. These are not exotic financial instruments. These are basic, accessible, low-barrier tools available to almost anyone with a bank account. Over a 10-year timeline, the gap between these columns becomes a chasm. The gap fills with the color of lost potential. If you kept $10,000 in savings for 5 years because of fear, that decision cost you $4,000. Not because of the economy, but because of a memory. This is what psychologists call analysis paralysis, and it is not a character flaw. It is a survival mechanism that is running on outdated data. Your amygdala is using a childhood threat assessment to evaluate a 2026 financial landscape. It is like trying to navigate a motorway using a map drawn by someone who has never seen a car. Loss aversion shows the pain of losing money is twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining it. When amplified by childhood trauma, the threshold for risk drops to near zero. Every week you delay is not neutral. It is a cost. A silent, invisible tax levied by a fear that stopped being relevant the day you became an adult. Here is what nobody in the financial space will tell you. Because the financial space wants to sell you products. What you actually need is not a better investment strategy. What you need is to have a conversation with the 6-year-old who is running the one you already have. Step 1. Identify the script. The next time you feel resistance, not logic, but visceral body-level resistance, stop. Ask one question. Step 2. Separate the memory from the reality. The scarcity was real for the child, but you are not that child anymore. You have to tell your nervous system repeatedly. Neuroscience confirms that synaptic pathways remain malleable. Consciously identifying a trigger builds a new pathway. This does not erase the memory, it reduces its authority. Step 3. Take one small, deliberate action. Open the high-yield account. Set the automatic investment. Read the one page of the financial document you have been avoiding for months, not because you have fully healed, but because the adult in you needs to show the child in you, through action, not reassurance, that the threat is not coming. They walk together now. You are not bad with money. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are an adult human being who was handed a fear that was never yours to carry, and has been carrying it so long you forgot it had a weight. The economy will do what it does, but the script running in the background, that is yours to examine. And the moment you do, the 6-year-old can finally stop trying to protect you, and you can start actually growing. What financial decision have you been delaying? Drop it below. Subscribe. New videos every Tuesday and Thursday. ErebusVeil.